In this video, I'm going to show you several ways you can build simple batteries. Most of them can be easily assembled from items you have lying around your home. These simple life hacks can save your proverbial butt in a real-world emergency. And by emergency, I don't mean charging your car battery in the middle of the winter when your vehicle won't start. I'm referring to a whole different type of emergency. Like that stressful moment when you've been binge watching your favorite show at 3 o'clock in the morning and Netflix prompts you to see if you're still watching, and you can't click yes because the batteries in your remote have just died and you can't figure out a way to pair your phone to your outdated TV to get to the next episode. Every year, millions of people around the world probably never have this happen. But now you'll know just what to do if this happens to you. So let's get right to it. Alessandro Volta invented the forerunner of the modern-day electric battery in 1799, called the Voltaic Pile. In fact, in 1881, the unit of electromotive force that drives current was affectionately given the name volt in his honor. He came up with the simple yet brilliant method of stacking discs of zinc and silver, or copper and pewter, separated by cloth soaked in salt water or sodium hydroxide, that effectively produced volts of electrical current from the piles of metals and electrolyte spacers, hence the name Voltaic Pile. What's amazing is that you can easily build simple variations of this type of battery with simple household items. You can use pennies, aluminum foil, and just about any thin piece of absorbent material soaked in salt water or vinegar. You can also skip the aluminum foil and use nickels instead. If you have zinc washers lying around, you can use those with pennies and get the same effect. For that matter, pennies after 1982 are made out of zinc with copper coating. So you could file off one face of a stack of pennies to expose the zinc inner layer and make batteries using only the pennies and cardboard or paper soaked in vinegar or tap water mixed with table salt. Now these aren't going to be the most powerful batteries, but they last a surprisingly long time if you seal them airtight so that the vinegar or salt water doesn't evaporate. And they are stackable, so you can increase the current if you connect them in parallel. That'll give you more amps, or you can connect them in series to increase the voltage. You could even do both if you had a larger project in mind. Just also bear in mind that it would take hundreds of stacks like this to equal the amperage of something like a car battery. So know your limitations and think in more practical applications if you pursue your own projects. One YouTuber made a video showing 8 stacks of coins powering up his cell phone. He later made a second video that clarified that it would probably take around 500 stacks of coins to equal the 1 amp necessary to properly charge a phone. Though it's not impossible, it would be wiser to think practically and simply pick up a $5 phone charger. Bearing that in mind, these examples are based on batteries composed of stacks of coins. Don't underestimate what you could do with a Voltaic Pile were you to use bigger and better materials. I found that the easiest way to assemble a Voltaic Pile type of battery quickly is to first clean up a few pennies. Use one of the pennies to draw an outline of circles on aluminum foil, or better yet, fold the foil and draw one circle. Then you can cut it once and have multiple round strips of aluminum. Use the same penny to draw circles on a piece of cardboard, thick paper, paper towels, or whatever soft absorbent material you have lying around. Soak the cardboard circles in water mixed with table salt or vinegar, or even vinegar with salt added. Start the pile with a penny, which will be your positive lead. Wipe the excess liquid off of the cardboard dipped in vinegar or salt water that serves as your electrolyte. Place that on top of the penny, and then add the aluminum foil, and boom, you've created your first battery cell. The more of these cells you stack, the higher the voltage you'll create. Placing several stacks of equal voltage on a sheet of metal and placing another sheet of metal on top will maintain the voltage of the piles and increase the current or amps you'll produce. As you can see, the same piles stacked on top of each other increase the voltage. Here's the same principle demonstrated with nickels instead of aluminum foil. Here's one pile that generates around 4 to 5 volts, powering 5 LED lights. I ended up 3D printing sleeves for the piles to attempt to keep the liquid electrolyte from evaporating as quickly and extend the life of the cells. I stacked a pile of cells on a 3D printed housing and then stacked another upside down so that one could be flipped and stacked on top of the other. I tested each pile of cells before combining them into larger batteries. I made several of these. The first ones I used a glue gun to seal to make sure they were going to work properly, and then I superglued the others for a cleaner, tighter seal. The sealed version of the pile battery lit up the LEDs brighter and was easier to connect as I didn't have to hold the pile together while I was connecting the wires. You can also wrap the piles in electrical tape with wires on both negative and positive ends of the piles to accomplish the same thing. You just have to be careful not to compress them to the point that the electrolyte is dripping onto the copper or the aluminum, or that the cells are touching, otherwise they'll short out. That's why this pile is putting out less than a volt when it should be closer to 5. This is another version of the casing I 3D printed. In this version, I fed the wires into the housing and connected them directly into the battery. I wanted to test standard batteries powering an LED and one of these homemade batteries, just for a comparison. The standard batteries had a little less voltage in them than the pile battery, but illuminated the LED with about the same intensity. Both of them lit the LED through the night. So my assessment of these smaller pile batteries is that you could use them in a crunch. If you need to throw together a battery quickly and easily, as a quick fix for a remote with a dead battery, to light an LED or power something small. Or you could think bigger and put something together that's a bit more useful. But that would take a whole other video to cover. Thanks for watching, and do great things.